Last time on Corsairs, Evelyn learned the dangers of driving with strangers, Domhnall got some new piercings, Zach and Jack found out that a sitcom would be too much exposure, and Oak's still a little creepy.
Did you plan that?
That was
you
good,
wrote that
dude.
down.
Really fucking good. We might have to use
I've
that.
had 4 months.
I was about to say,
With
there's no
nothing
way that
to
was
do.
improv. That was all too smooth and funny.
So, truck number 1 launches his catapult, and 4 guys go flying towards your truck. Basically, the catapult has to roll over 70% for them to make it onto the truck because it's a bloody catapult trying to hit a moving target. And it fails. So the 4 people go sailing over the truck.
These guys are morons.
It starts off as phonetic screams. As they pass over the truck, they start to get a bit more high-pitched. And as they go past the truck, they start to become terror. Give me a second. Okay. The blue car lazily clips the ATV.
Think.
As if it didn't notice that the ATV was there. So it clips the ATV. Evelyn,
Yo.
do me one more drive check. Okay.
Yeah.
You
good.
succeed.
Yeah.
Can someone, anyone, roll me a D100, please?
I got it.
Oh, okay, yeah, you
You
do
do
it.
this.
Do it, hanging dumb.
You do
Yep.
this.
Do it.
There you go.
Tell me what this number means. Tell me.
So
number.
this blue car lazily, sluggishly clips the edge of the ATV. Now, because of the ATV's sleek aerodynamic design, its front right tire drives up the front of the ATV, flips and keeps going, flips onto its back and skids a little bit,
Oh, jeez.
and then just kind of stops. The guy who was in the turret, the poor fool,
Where'd he go? There's just a bunch of jam on the ground now. Where'd he go?
you hear a small crunch as the car topples over and stops.
Free action to squeak.
I'm going to then try to, because Dob is still hanging off the truck, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I want to use my action to pull him free off from hanging and get him to a secure place on the truck, if that's possible.
Yes.
All right, and as I do that, I'm going to just yell, "Are you okay?
I'm quite fine, thank you.
We need to take this truck." You're super bloody, but I'm going to take your word for it, but there we go.
I look down at myself. Things have been worse.
Okay. And then that'll be my action.
Truck number 2.
Let's see if he makes it.
Look, Wendy, I can fly.
Yes, you do.
Why are you saying yes?
Okay, no, I'm sorry. Because a guy just launched a catapult to 4 people at a truck and hit the truck. I think that should be cheering on any side.
You know
No.
that's fair.
No, not our side.
Bullshit.
The 4 people who it flung still, I think it only makes sense, have to balance check to make sure that they don't tumble off of a moving target, because this is an incredibly stupid and dangerous thing to do. So, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4.
So one guy?
1 guy.
Wow.
3 guys land on the truck and roll right off the side. He's right there.
I know that guy.
You should say hello.
You guys see, yeah, I'll say you're attentive enough. You see a head pop up in between the cab and the trailer as the guy who was on the motorcycle is trying to climb up in between the two. Okay? Red car's turn. Moment of shock as their blue friend, for whatever reason, suicides itself. And then he's going to continue shooting at Jack.
Of course he is.
He's going to do another short burst. Ba-da-bum. That is a hit. Yes, it does. So it will hit the armor.
Mhm.
And so that is 32.
32.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As bullets pelt up the back of your armor.
My turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
I would like to let go of the turret and switch to my H&K rifle. Would I then be able to make at least a wild shot at this guy? Or would I be able to make an aimed shot?
I would say a wild shot, because you're letting go
Okay.
of a turret and bringing up a rifle.
Okay, wild shot then. I do believe I hit.
I do believe that is a hit.
I do believe, good sir.
1d100, and I have to get above 66, correct?
Yes, you have to get above a 66.
Hit the driver.
Let's see if I do. I do not. So I hit the car. 25 damage.
Alrighty. That's the wrong thing. Okay, the car's starting to smoke from the engine.
Can I, using my action, I'm going to, build off of that. I'm going to cast Smoke Cloud on the engine to give them the impression that this problem is way worse than it actually is.
I like that
Yay!
so much. That's so cool.
Yay, Core.
You shoot the car, and due to Core's quick actions, the smoke starts to billow from under the hood, obscuring the driver's view and your view of the car. There.
Oh my gosh.
It's like I'm there.
It's so real.
Oh, Piph.
Yeah.
Do we have a twin moment?
I think so.
Oh, wow, nice.
Oak, it is your turn. You are currently prone.
I would like to use both my actions to actually stand up and sheath and get knife out, if you would be so kind.
Yes, by all means.
Is going to be a switchblade.
Oh my god. Oak is gonna cut a bitch.
While he's doing this, he's actually going to say, "Leave these to me."
Okay. Blue cultist is going to pull out a long, wicked-looking sword and rush Oak. And he's going to try and hit him. Oak, this is against you. It's a 10.
I'd like to parry
All right.
with an auto.
Yay, defensive actions.
Yay!
It works now that people aren't shooting and ramming at each other.
Son of a bitch.
All right. I don't think that's enough to hit you, though. Like, you have armor, don't you?
Yes.
Okay.
It's built into the clothing.
7 points of damage, SDC. Orange cultist gets up on top of the truck and crouches down and flings open a hatch on top of the tanker and starts rooting around down underneath it. He dips his hands down briefly, and when he does, everyone hears a high-pitched scream of terror as he pulls up a dirty, screaming little girl
Oh.
who's crying in terror. He pulls her out of the tanker.
I would like to abandon the turret, and I would like to start moving up. This would require a balance check, correct?
Yes.
I am taking my time, though. Do I have a bonus?
Do you have the skill for balance?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Then you, but you're in a stressful situation. You have a plus 10.
Oh, minus 10. So
You
I
succeed
succeeded.
brilliantly. Yes.
Yeah, I got an 18. Okay. I'll look over towards Oak and see that he's pretty much got this, and continue moving forward.
All right.
So I'll go to about here, and I would like to yell at this guy while raising my weapon, and yell, "Put the child down."
All right. Core, your turn, sir.
Core looks down and around the cab of the vehicle, honestly too caught up in what's happening right now with all the spinning and the turning to see exactly what's going on. However, the voice of the child strikes his ears. Suddenly he perks up, growing incredibly quiet. He turns and he stares over at exactly what's happening.
Oak, with his arm behind his back, with his stern face and not too much of a word, trying to cast away this man's weaponry, will strike at any exposure that he can find, which, surprisingly enough, Oak actually has some surgeon-like accuracy.
Got it. All right, so that's a nice roll. He is going to try and parry. What are you attacking with?
This is a switchblade.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Oh God!
He's gonna shank somebody.
That's scary.
God, Oak.
Oak's gonna have to stab a bit.
Oh, man. All right. He is going to try to parry. Try to parry.
He fails.
That's a no.
Loser.
It's like he was a second behind. Like Oak shivs him and then he tries to parry.
4.
Okay, so he takes 4 SDC. All right, Truck Crane. Truck Crane is continuing to... It's actually this time going to focus its efforts on the tires of the truck. So it's basically going to try and make a called shot with the giant crane to the tires. All right, so it's going to try and hit the tires, which needs a 12, and it's going to be at, I'd say, a -3 for that. So basically needs a 15, which is exactly what it gets. All right, then. Good job, crane. Or not. However, the...
Yeah, dude.
That is 30 points of SDC. So, it kind of scoops in between the wheel well and the wheel itself and slams downwards, destroying the front tire. Now, as many of you know, most semi-trailers have a set of 2 tires on each little axle point, but the front one, yeah, but the front one with the spike is completely ripped apart. And if everyone, including the cultists, could make me... Everyone who's on top, which is Jack, Oak, and the cultists, make a balance check.
Good guys.
You got this.
No.
Oh, Jack.
Blue cultist. Oh my god!
A lot of them are gonna be falling. Boom, boom.
So Oak and Jack, you both fall prone. Mr. NPC over here probably... Okay, here's how I imagine it. He gets stabbed, tries to parry, falls off balance from the parry, and then the tire blows, which makes him fail horribly. He actually hits the ground, rolls, and catches himself halfway like off the ledge. So basically he is now hanging, his feet are dangling above the ground and he's just kind of flailing. Okay. So the tire is out. The truck slows down a little bit, but it has more than enough tires to keep it going. So besides that first shudder and a slight slowdown in speed, it compensates.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to move along this truck, making my way towards the cabin, making sure my footing is steady, and then I would like to draw my blade and plunge it into the driver's seat.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, normally I would have you roll a balance check or something. You have plenty of time to be careful and get over there and do it. So, you know about where a driver's seat is. So, if you would, roll to strike. So, there's no realistic way for this guy to know this is coming. Even if he heard noises on the roof, there's no way he's gonna know that there's a sword going down, so he's not going to take an action. Just roll damage, sir. So, I gave it a 40% chance that since you're stabbing downwards, that this will go directly into his brain case. So that's 9. Okay. You stab down into the driver's seat. You hear a screech of steel and the entire truck starts veering. Hang on. 1, 2 is left, 3, 4 is right. Okay, starts veering to the right.
After having plunged my blade into the cabin, I turn behind me. I have taken care of the driver. If you can take care of the crane, I believe we'll be in good order.
Is that what we call it?
Oh, if you knew what Zach was thinking right now, you would be all set.
Evelyn, seeing everything that's kind of unfolding with the truck ramming into the giant semi-truck, she kind of gasps and turns her gaze over to Lucy and Core and is like, "Is Dom okay?
While chain smoking, I shrug. I've seen worse.
Where did that cigarette come from?" And that'll be my turn.
Truck number 1 is going to veer in close and speed up a little bit, just like that. So just like that. That is truck number 1's turn, because drivers drive. That's what they do.
Well, this is a little outside my wheelhouse, but I don't see me and Domhnall getting off this thing alive if it keeps on veering. So I'd like to have my action be to shimmy along the side of the vehicle and try to get at least close to the driver's seat, or to the driver's, like, maybe. How about because I really only should be doing one action at a time. So how about I just do my first action, me shimming along the side till I get to the door, and then we continue on.
That's fine. Okay, sure. So, that's Zach's first turn. Blue Cultist. Blue Cultist is going to try and get up. He manages to pull himself up into a prone position on top of the truck. Truck number 2 is expended his payload. He's backing off. He's got no reason to stick around. So he's starting to slow down. Orange Cultist, who managed to stay on his feet and has a small child, he looks over to his right and flings the little child towards the little catapult box. The child is flung a good 15, 20 feet across and down a good, let's say 7 feet, to land sprawling into the catapult with a large thud and cry. Red car? What the hell can Red car do? Red car is going to take an action to wonder what the hell it can do. It's literally, it sees nothing but smoke. It is surrounded and encased in smoke that is coming from, it looks as though the front of the car is on fire and there's just smoke billowing out from it. And it makes matters worse, it's got holes in the hood for spikes to come through, so even more smoke is escaping. It's going to speed up a little bit, but that's all it's going to do. Okay, we are back up to Jack.
Okay, so I am prone right now. Does it take my entire action to get up?
No, the way the book likes to treat it is just you lose an action when you fall prone. So I think what it does is it just, you're going to take an action to get up, but it's not this action. You just lose. So instead of having 3 actions this turn, you have 2.
Okay.
But you can take your second action now.
Then I would like to get up and unload a full clip into this guy.
Oh, okay.
1d20 plus 1 for burst fire. 16.
That's a 16. Does this guy even have a chance of dodging? Yeah, he's going to have to try and dodge. No. You unload a full clip into that.
Rip.
Well, have you guys seen The Godfather? It bears some resemblance. Basically, he literally is riddled with bullets and flung backwards on top. So he's flung backwards on top of the cab and then slides down to the hood, and you hear Charlotte go, "Ow!"
I quickly open the glove compartment, revealing a positive mountain of cigarettes, jam another 2 to 3 in my mouth, point up ahead at Evelyn and say, "Hey, can you bring me closer to that?"
As Corsairs, Evelyn's mouth just drops open and she stares at him, not entirely sure why there's so many cigarettes in there, how anything happened. Yeah, I guess, sure. She'll turn the butt of the car over slightly.
All right. The ATV is a rather fast vehicle.
We're
so here's
going
what
in reverse.
You're still going in reverse?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I need. Because an interesting thing about this ATV, since it's designed as a combat ATV, unlike most vehicles, it can go nearly as fast in reverse as it can forward.
Yeah.
But here's what I'm going to need. Since you are driving in reverse, and I assume you're going to want to thread the needle right here,
Yes.
I'm going to need a driving check.
Okily dokily. Yeah. Let's. Well,
You're
can't
gonna have
make an
to-
omelet without breaking a few eggs.
You're gonna have to make it. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
there you
okay.
go.
So, right then, that is more than enough. So you, still driving in reverse, manage to basically do a parallel parking maneuver at high speed in between the truck, the car, and the war rig, and you start speeding up, and you can get to about here.
Okay, as this is happening, Evelyn is just looking behind them, screaming at the top of her lungs.
I whisper through my cigarettes. Oh, nice. You've managed to signal.
She doesn't say anything. She's still in the midst of screaming.
Okay, so if both of you would extend an action. Actually, Evelyn, you still have one action left. I will give you the option of using that to get all the way up to the truck, or keep it to do something else if you want.
Yeah, let's move it all the way up.
Okay, so then we'll burn both of your actions. Core, those are your actions. Okay, Oak, it's your turn, sir.
So what I would like to do, I mean, besides the whole standing up thing, is to go over to him. How is he laying, by the way? Is he on the stomach? His back?
All right. Yes, he is currently prone, his feet to head this way, with his back. He's basically rolled on top and is sitting there with his back to you, going like breathing hard, like that was a close one.
Oak is going to try to walk over him, bend down, and say in a crisp voice, "Hold still." And he's going to try to shove his knife into the back of his neck and spine.
Okay.
Should I do a surgery skill, or should I actually roll my attack?
Oh my god!
No, you don't need to do a surgery skill.
I would love to see him do a surgery.
I know.
So hype!
Okay. You know what? You make a case. If you'd like to use your surgery skill, you may.
Yeah!
I am going directly for the part that makes him stop moving. You know how, like, people can get paralyzed having
Oh,
this done?
I see. So you're trying to target a section of the spine and brain. Got it. Then yes, please roll me a surgery check. Yes, please.
I make it by 40.
I am going to give this guy a chance to... Oh, crap. He can't do anything. Like, seriously, I'm trying to be realistic here. Can't parry, can't dodge. All right, then. Roll damage, sir.
To the vertebrae.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Called shot to the vertebrae, please.
If it is a coup de grace, that's a 4.
That is a 4 to... Okay. Well, unfortunately, Oak, despite your commands, his entire body starts convulsing. So he is most certainly not holding still, but he is also convulsing. So there's that.
I don't think there's anything else to my turn.
Give me a second. I'm just gonna go ahead and mark this guy off the initiative order. Some reason I feel like he's lost the will to fight. Mel's gonna slam on the brakes, which is going to do two things. It is going to cause this cultist to slide off onto the ground, into the ground below. It is going to cause the war rig to back up a bit so that he's level with the truck. And it is going to cause Jack and Oak to roll me another balance check.
Hey, I make it.
Yeah. I guess as Oak was already like in the stance of well, almost kneeling over him, I guess. So that
He's
would make
in
it
the
much
zone
easier.
when he's
Yeah.
he's doing surgery.
Oak doesn't even realize that there was a jolt. Jack, on the other hand, loses his feet again. Truck crane. So it continues to veer more to the right, and of course, it's about here now because the truck slowed down. So, Zach, your turn again, sir.
I want to take my action to flip open the door, pull the corpse from the seat, and then quickly not get in. I'm not going to have enough time to get in, I don't think. But I might have just enough time to have my hand rest on the steering wheel just to prevent it from veering anymore. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just to keep it steady.
I think that's, considering it's a limp body, you have a decent strength. Yes, I don't see a big problem with this.
Decent strength. I have a physical strength of 14. That's above average.
Yeah. Okay, I will say that I sometimes unfairly judge you compared to your brother.
Yeah, well, you know what? Fuck
I'm
you.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Can my brother make people forget things? Yes, if he punches them hard enough. But still.
But yes, there's no issue whatsoever with you yanking the body out of the driver's seat so that it tumbles onto the ground. All right. Actually, you are close enough to the truck that when you yank him out, it actually rolls under the farthest back tire. However, the war rig is so heavy that the people on top, you feel the slightest bump. Truck number 2 is continuing to slow down. Because he wants to get out. Red car sees the ATV blow right past it, giving just enough break in the smoke screen as it whiffs past for the pilot of the red car, or for the guy in the passenger seat of the red car with the AK-47 to see his friend get tumble underneath the back wheel of the war rig and get spit out like not so much meat. And the driver, he can't see anything. He is going to slow down, and he doesn't even know why. He just, as far as he knows, his car's smoking. He's going to pull off and start slowing down.
I'm glad this random cultist knows defensive driving.
I'm gonna get into the driver's seat and put my hands on the wheel and be like, this isn't power armor. This isn't a jetpack. I am not prepared for this situation. AKA, I don't have pilot auto anything. So I'm going to just try to keep it level.
Okay, I will say this. If your intent is to slow to a stop, you can do so in the future without skill checks. If your intent is to do much of anything else, yeah, you might have to roll a skill check for it.
I will have one less action this turn because I have to get up and stuff, and I'm going to start making my way up towards the front. And that is my action.
This man's still shivering to... I would assume since I'm a doctor, I knew what the flip is going on.
He has lost all control of his motor functions.
All right. Would there be a quick and easy death for this man?
That's really up to you, my friend. Will there be a quick and easy death for this man?
I would like that.
Yes, then you are going to have no trouble whatsoever granting him that.
Sweet. I would also like to take his magical essence like it's a ritual killing.
Well,
oh my god!
Whoa!
I am terrified of Oak.
You most certainly can do this. No one sees anything, but we as players all know what just happened.
So whatever PPE this guy had, double of it is now Oak's. He ate it.
Yes, he nom-nommed. Okay, Oak, please mark your character accordingly. And Cor and Evelyn, are you guys gonna do another paired action?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Backwards!
Evelyn, still screaming, catches up to the truck that's still trying to book it, but not quite as fast as your ATV. And you are now well within 20 feet, Mr. Core.
Excellent. Seeing as how the individual was already fully killed, I'm in less of a rush, let's say, than I would have to save this person. I would like to spend both actions flashing Evelyn a thumbs up, confirming that she did indeed do an excellent job. None of it gets through the screams. Knowing that the compliment hit home, Core turns around, sharpened teeth flashing for a moment as he stands up, the perspective becoming awfully odd as this car is currently driving backwards, facing a car that is driving forwards. He peeks his head out the window, swings his arm with one glorious motion, individual marks of cracking traveling through the air, impacting this catapult, and with a resounding thud, something within it breaks, hopefully stopping the damn thing from firing. He sits down back in his cushy seat.
The loud cracking sound does cause said child within to scream even louder in terror, rivaling almost Evelyn.
I jam cigarettes in my ears.
Almost, but not quite rivaling Evelyn.
I got pretty powerful lungs.
After feeling full, he's going to, I know, right? He's going to, actually he's going to make his turn, actually giving a small prayer in safe travels to the next life.
You see a ponytail flip over through the window, and my face peeks down. Do you know how to drive?
Doing the best I can, Zach says through gritted teeth.
Blood is dripping from the ponytail.
Yes.
Move over.
I move over into the passenger seat.
I swing down and get into the driver's seat. I have to adjust the seat because Zach is much shorter than I am.
Don't forget your rear view.
Truck's turn. Oh. Truck heard a loud shatter, and he thought he heard screaming before, but he certainly is hearing screaming now. Okay, Evelyn?
Yeah.
This is going to require an opposed driving check. He is going to try and turn the backs and slam on the brakes so that he's going to try and get around you like this. The opposed driving check is to see if Evelyn sees and keeps pace, kind of thing. Okay, so you both succeed. So Evelyn sees what he's doing and knows what he's doing, but is just quite not capable of keeping up with him. As he turns his back and slams on the brake to start trying to get not in front of you. Let me move him a little bit more that way. Otherwise, you're going to run right into him. There we go. All right, so that's what he does. That's his action. Okay, Jack.
I'm gonna go up to where the cultist pulled out the child and look down to see what's in the tanker.
You see 7 small huddled forms down in the tanker.
He will just say, "We will get your friend back," and then he'll pop back up.
Oak stands up, flourishing his switchblade back into his pocket, and going to unsheath and reload his harpoon gun. He's going to have a normal shot into this one, but he's most likely just going to move up. Let's see how far he can go. 12 per second. So yeah, he can get over there. There you go. That'll be his turn.
Okay. Evelyn is going to okay, Evelyn is going to she wants to basically curve around here so that she's now reversing basically that way. And she wants the driver's side. She wants to be in line with the driver's side of the vehicle.
Roll me a driving check, please.
Oh boy. Oh, I succeed. seen by 4.
Okay. Well, it's braking. So it's slowing down. So really what this is a controlled wide U-turn. I think passing your skill is enough. This isn't like what you were trying to do before, threading the needle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that you can definitely
Ah!
get to
Just
like
drive
this.
over it.
Is
Yeah.
that what you're talking about? So like
Yes.
you're here and the driver's here.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Evelyn, he can only see from maybe your shoulders up, obviously. So you've got
Oh, nothing important.
No, nothing important. No. So here's the deal. You've got 80% cover, but if he makes that 80% cover, it's gonna be nothing important. All right. So first he's got to roll to try and strike. So he's gonna take a shot. He's in a moving car. He's not a flippin' trick shooter, so this is just a wild shot. All right. He makes the shot. Now, does he make the cover check? He has to get over an 80.
Oh boy.
Evelyn, would you like to do something? You can try to dodge or simultaneously attack, or...
We'll do a simultaneous attack.
Okay, I was going to say, I will say this. Dodging would be, you pretty much need a natural 20.
Yeah, no,
dodge.
we'll do a simultaneous
Okay,
attack.
we'll do a simultaneous attack. So, let me go ahead and roll the damage first.
Okay.
Yes. So you take 2 points of SDC. So basically, the bullet literally shoots across your forehead and like puts a little gouge up above your what eye are you facing? Your left eye.
Left eye. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I can deal with that. I can
Seeing
live.
this, I start to scream as well.
All right, then. Yeah, I guess Evelyn will go into badass mode and as soon as she sees the pistol, her reaction, not wanting to injure anyone or injure the only person in her vehicle, she will ram into the truck because that's a logical thing to do.
You got it. So that's what I would call a miss. So here's what we're going to say. But realistically, it's not like you can miss this car. You turn, the second you see him about to fire, the fact that you turn makes what might have been a shot to your head just graze above your left eye, and then you crunch into his door and you start hearing the scraping of steel. That is now screeching next to the ATV is, believe it or not, because of the window of the ATV. See, he shot through the window, right? And made a hole in it. But he can't stretch his gun out and point it at you. So what he's going to do instead is try to strike the window of the ATV with his pistol in an attempt to shatter it. This is just going to be a wild strike against the window. That's enough to hit it. Yeah, so Evelyn,
Yeah.
you're showered in glass.
Ah.
As he uses the pistol to crack open your window.
I would like to say I'm going to use the time to converse with Jack. And I'm going to basically tie the rope to the end of the harpoon, to the base of the harpoon, and have instructions of him taking the combat knife, if I do get 50 feet, within 50 feet of this, to stick it into this vehicle.
Okay, and while this is happening, I assume, Evelyn stopped screaming. I've started screaming. I am going to heal Evelyn until I paradoxically calm down. So while yelling, I slap my hand across her forehead and use healing touch.
Okay.
It's 1d8 HP or 2d6 SDC.
All right, it's SDC, so roll me 2d6, please.
Okay. Oh yeah!
I'm healed!
Oh, yeah. All right. All right, so the gash above Evelyn's eye has now healed over, showing pink new skin. There still is blood that has kind of dripped down, but the wound is gone.
Phew! I calmed down.
Evelyn, surprisingly, the burning gash from the bullet has been replaced with the burning sting of a hand slapping you in the forehead.
Evelyn, feeling panicked, kind of looks around wildly, and then
There is a strange reaction from the driver in the other truck. With a gasp, a soundless gasp, or a noiseless gasp, he drops the pistol, and you, Core, you're the only one that would see this. His throat seems to press together, and he puts both hands to his throat, choking. If you could, roll me 1d8 straight to his hit points. Okay. He takes 2 points of damage to his hit points. Truck! Truck starts, slowing down. Because truck, driver is now concerned with, more important things than driving. As he desperately starts to... And Cora, as the truck slows down, you see him clawing at his throat.
I continue looking from Evelyn to him to Evelyn.
Okay, that's his turn.
Okay, so I look to Domhnall and say, try to stay as even with that thing as possible. I think I got this. And if I'm correct, the crane is still, like, angled this way, right?
Correct, sir.
Great. I'm going to take that blue one, pull it towards me so it lowers, and I want it to be as level between the two trucks as possible.
Got it.
And then that'll be it for my turn, because the rest I have to wait for Domhnall. So I'm going to just X off all my turns.
Okay.
I'm going to be waiting for an opportunity. I'm going to point towards the kid, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to try to get her. Or him. Her. Why not?
it.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Actually, there are other things I want to do in my turn. So how many actions would that just take? Just one?
Oh, it's only going to take one action, yeah.
Okay, all right, never mind. I just realized there's going to be something else I want to do.
Jack and Oak, so that you guys know, the truck is about 120 feet from you now. Because it's slowing down. The war rig is still going at about a good 50 miles an hour. It is slowly catching up.
Okay.
For my action, I continue staring back and forth between the two, tap my chin 3 times, and let out a perplexed parum-pum.
What kind of dead language are you using?
Well, Mel, seeing that he's catching up, is going to start angling towards it and driving towards it to about here. All right. There. So he's actually going to start angling towards it. He's not going to be facing it because his object is not to ram into it. But he's going to get closer to it.
Oak will try to shoot at this particular vehicle.
You may go, sir.
Will it hit? Yes.
Alright, so the harpoon thunks into the side of the catapult wall and kind of breaks in and sticks.
Alright. Your turn, Jack.
The screaming inside it gets even shriller.
I am going to use my enormous brute strength to take up the slack and try and jam this combat knife into the wall that is here. Not down into the actual floor, because that's where the children are. I don't want to scare them, but I want to secure it. So I'm going to jam the knife in here and then still hold on.
Basically, he's trying to latch the knife and rope and wall into one thing.
Yes. With
Got
my
it,
26
got it, okay.
physical strength.
So with a very impressive flexing of muscles that I don't think anyone but Oak can see,
What physique?
Jack slams the combat knife hilt deep into a concrete barricade and then begins to, wrap the rope around it?
Begins to wrap the rope around his arms.
Oh, around his arms. Got
Yes.
it.
So he's going to try and help keep the slack, but in case he fails, there's still the knife.
Domhnall.
My goal is to, as Zach said, try and approach parallel to the truck.
Okay. So, you're going to have to give me a driving check, because basically what you're going to have to do, I'll show you with the arrow, is go here and then back in here to get like that.
I miss by 1.
You drive up, you speed up a little bit, right? To try and get ahead of the war rig. So you speed up a little bit, and then you pop like a emergency brake type maneuver and move the truck like this. The only thing is, you almost got it. You're far enough away from it, though, that the head of the crane is still a good 6 or 7 feet from the truck. This is obviously not quite drawn to scale. All right. So the everything is in the right place. The only thing off is that the head of the crane just short of the truck. All right. So you misgauged that a little bit. So then, Evelyn, your turn.
Evelyn looks like something kind of clicked in her brain.
Are you slowing down to keep pace?
Yes.
Got it. So you move to here. Roll me one more D8, please.
Oh.
Okay. Core.
Yes.
As she pulls up and keeps pace, you look over, both you and Evelyn, you hear a very kind of squishy crunch. And the driver slumps over.
Evelyn actually screams at that, which is not that surprising.
I put an additional hand on the wheel, fearing that this might be the moment she lets go.
Yeah, she's see in your head, she's like, he's got this, and she'll cover her face.